بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم السلام الله عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته داودياشا قيمها قدرين تمضان مرور جوجتان السوال بانو مقليسان مقعيكو ومحمد موجي برنامجكنا وبرنامج قارا ومان توقع هدلينو أرميه كقبسomay ismamulka Isiolo ودي مالين ugu dambeysay halkaasoo ka socday kulan ay ku kulmayeen ismamulada dalka kuwa xola daqatada ismamuladaasi maaragtay meesha ku kulmay ayaa waxa maaragtay kana mid ahaa ismamulka Mandera Garissa Turkana Wajir Tana River Marsabit Samburu Isiolo West Pokot iyo Lamu kulankaasi ayaa looga hadlayay arrimaha waxqabadka ismamulada xola daqatada kuwaasoo maaragtay runtii la fiiriyo ka dambeeyay ismamulada kale ee dalka halkaasi waxa isugu tagay dhammaan gabanayaasha ismamuladaasi aan magacaabay sida ismamulka Garissa Mandera iyo Wajir gabanayaashaasi ayaa ka wada hadlayay maaragtay xaaladihii maaragtay ugu dambeeyay tan iyo xilligii la asaasay devolution ilaa ay hadda waxyaabaha ka qabsoomay ismamuladaasi haddaba madaxdii halkaasi isku imaatay ayaa maaragtay iswareystay waxyaabaha u qabsoomay budgetaha maaragtay la siiyay tan iyo 2013 ilaa hadda markii la fiiriyo dhanka biyaha oo kale ismamulada maaragtay sidii Mandera Garissa Wajir Turkana lacagaha la siiyay tan iyo maaragtay 2013 ilaa 2023 oo lagu talagalay biyaha ayaa Mandera ayaa u horeysa waxaana la siiyay lacag gaarayso 2,498 milyan haddaba Mandera 2013 ilaa hadda markii la fiiriyo waxyaalo badan ayaa ka bedelmay dhanka biyaha sidoo kale Garissa waxaa la siiyay lacag gaarayso 1,792 oo loogu talagalay county water development expenditure 2013 to 2023 Turkana sidoo kale 1,600 Wajir 1 billion Tana River 287 billion ayaa loogu talagalay lacagaha biyaha since 2013 ilaa iyo 2023 haddaba madaxdii halkaasi ka soo qayb galay ayaa dhamaantood maaragtay iswareystay iyo maaragtay waxyaabaha u qabsoomay gobolada sida maaragtay xola daqatada sida Wajir Mandera iyo Garissa iyagoo maaragtay iswareystay oo sheegay 2013 ilaa hadda in wax badan uu ka bedelmay devolution kan maaragtay uu waxyaalo badan maaragtay horumar badan keenay markii la isbarbar dhigo sanadii hore haddaba daawadayaal madaxdii maaragtay meeshaasi ka soo qayb galay ayaa waxa maaragtay hormuud u ahaa gabanaha ismamulka Garissa mudane Nathif Jamac gabanaha maaragtay Mandera sidoo kale Tana River waxyaalaha laga hadlayo ayaa waxa kamid ah sidoo kale coordination of maaragtay donors agencies sidoo kale maaragtay representation maaragtay of maaragtay xildhibaanada in la xisaabtamaan dawladda sare si maaragtay waxyaalo badan maaragtay looga soo qaado dawladda sare asal maaragtay state department sidoo kale waxa loo baahan yahay in dawladda sare ay wax ku soo celiso dawladaha county-ga si maaragtay wax la isku qabto waxyaabo badan ayaa laga hadlay arrimaha biyaha arrimaha abaaraha maaragtay oo mar walba saameeya maaragtay ismamulada gobolka Waqooyi Bari iyo guud ahaan ismamulada maaragtay xola daqatada haddaba mas'uuliyiintii meeshaasi ka hadlay ayaa dhamaantood maaragtay caabaabay in loo baahan yahay dadaal dheeri ah in loo baahan yahay maaragtay madaxda ay maaragtay ismamuladooda kala duwan ay wax badan ka qabtaan haddaba madaxdii halkaasi ka hadlay ayaa waxa hadaladooda kamid ahaa sida tan
bismillahir rahmanir rahim alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin wassalatu wassalamu ala sayyidina Muhammad I do have a written speech but normally I'm not very good in that so I'll just highlight some few very important points relating to this very crucial forum. First of all, let me say that I'm extremely honored to be part of this gathering this day in Isiolo. And at the onset, let me take this opportunity to commend my friend KSG director for organizing and for KSG in general, and I can see they are very well represented here for coming up with this great idea of this forum. Again, a forum that is being held in one of our counties, one of our great counties of not only the ASAs but also the FCDC, as was mentioned by Dr. Idle a while ago. For me, of course, it's also a great honor and a pleasure to be coming back to Isiolo whenever the opportunity grants me to do so. I was here last year for a very, very important cultural function, and I'm here again today to officiate this important function. This particular forum or gathering today addressing pastoralism, of course, could not come at a better time rather. And particularly with the great theme that it's carrying, i.e. innovative solutions and sustainable pathways for building resilient pastoral systems in Kenya. It's indeed what we exactly need. Because even though we are pastoralists by blood and will remain so forever for that matter, but no doubt pastoralism as we used to handle it or to manage it is no longer tenable. And therefore the need to come up with new ideas and new ways of managing this very, very important aspect of our life. And that's why a forum like this really is timely, and particularly I'm impressed, I must say, with those who are attending. The number of professionals, the number of institutions represented here, and the minds that are in this hall this afternoon are indeed just the right people to be addressed. And I'll mention some of them here as we go along, so that they can indeed be the men and women to give us the wisdom required for this kind of forum. Now, as you were told just a while ago by Professor Idle, I chair the 23 or so ASAL counties for the COG, and I'm also, as was told, the founding chair actually of FCDC back in my first term, and now I'm the vice chair. As governors of the ASAL region, as governors of FCDC, we fully appreciate the circumstances around pastoralism and what we are supposed to do. Today, as the governor of Garissa County, I can stand here comfortably and without fear of contradiction and speak for also all the other governors that as we continue to deal with our day-to-day support for the sector, particularly the livestock sector, ask me about what I do daily. I send extension workers to go and do vaccination. We do a bit of support on matters of grazing and hay and fodder. But that's not all that we can do. We can do better if we get the necessary support. Now, where is this supposed to come from? The support is, where is this support? The required support is to come from where? And I want to really outline these important required support areas so that we can work together. And I think when the great minds here eventually speak to this subject, they need to come out very bold and also elucidate on them further. For instance, the national government, and I know there are many national government officials here, probably in the right sector that we're discussing this afternoon, and even more important senior officers also here, representing even state house for that matter, or Office of the President, and I'll mention some of them. What I want to say is, there is a fact that usually doesn't come out very clear, and therefore a large chunk of the blame tends to continue on the county governors and county governments. Let me just highlight something that is known, or probably not known very well, that we as county governments, we only receive about 15% average of the national exchequer. Now 15% on average from the exchequer for all the devolved functions, whether it is for development, whether for recurrent and operations, and whether for wage bills, it cannot achieve for us what we require as county government. We cannot. And that's why, therefore, it's very, very important for a greater goodwill to come from the national government to support the counties, particularly the ASL counties and particularly the FCDC counties, which over the years have remained in a big way marginalized. And that is not, is a historical factor which is known and which needs to be appreciated. That, yes, there was indeed marginalization in the past, and therefore now that actually we have devolution, in addition to the 50%, these counties need to receive a better, should I say, contribution and even a bigger hand than all the other counties.
Our chief guest, Governor Nathif Jama, who is also the governor of Garissa County, but also the chair of the ASL Committee of the Council of Governors. In addition to that, he is also the founding chairman of the Frontier Counties Development Council in 2013 to 2018, and now the vice chair of the Frontier Counties Development Council. Our hosts, Isiolo County, and the representative Waziri Yusuf. Our other hosts who have brought us all here together, the Kenya School of Government, development partners who are present, senior government officials, both from the national government as well as the county governments that are represented here, NDMA, of course, that is really participating in the biggest way after KSOG. Participants, pastoralists, and when I talk of pastoralists, the president of the pastoralists is actually seated here, Mzee Tumal Orto from Marsabit. Colleague Jarso Moku, PPG, who is very closely working with FCDC. Participants, subject matter experts, technocrats who have come for this 2 to 3 day meeting. Good morning and good afternoon. Is it good afternoon yet? It's just 2 minutes to afternoon. We have very, very senior people, very, very experienced among us who are going to be speaking. So it will be very, very important that we participate in all the forums that we're going to have and the subjects that we're going to be discussing, ranging from ending drought emergencies, livestock, livelihoods, policy matters, financial matters related to pastoralism and ASL. Frontier Counties Development Council, in brief, because I cannot speak too long when my boss is waiting to speak, is comprising of 10 counties, starting from West Pokot, Turkana, Samburu, Marsabit, Isiolo, Garissa, Wajir, Mandera, Tana River, and Lamu. 63% of the landmass of this country. So you can imagine more than half the country is in this FCDC, 10 FCDC counties. Currently chaired by the Marsabit Governor, Governor Mahmoud Ali, as chair of the FCDC. We support the 10 counties in matters of socioeconomic development, in matters of peace and cohesion, and ensuring that we convene, we coordinate, and we encourage cooperation among these 10 counties. And when Professor Noura called us at FCDC and said we're going to have the Kenya School of Government-led National Pastoralist Conference, we immediately went on board because all our 10 counties are part and parcel of the ASL and part and parcel of this.
Indeed, it's a pleasure to join you during this inaugural National Pastoralist Conference. As you are aware, our arid and semi-arid regions continue to suffer the most as the frequency and severity of drought increases as a result of climate change. For instance, in the drought of 2021 to 2023 drought, which was recorded as the worst drought in 4 decades, the pastoralists lost about 2.6 million livestock. Our drought early warning system, which also informs in terms of action or response, has recorded improvement in livelihood across arid and semi-arid counties due to favorable rains over the past 2.5 years. However, the onset of the current short rains has been delayed, resulting in drought stress in a number of counties, among them being Garissa County, which has got 4 sub-counties, which has pockets of sub-counties which are actually in drought alert. Kilifi County, which is actually in Gaza, Marsabit also is recording alert, and Kitui County, especially Mwingi North, which has already recorded the alert state. The production system in arid and semi-arid county rely on rainfall, making communities increasingly vulnerable to more frequent drought. The reduced recovery time between drought episodes further highlights vulnerability as communities struggle to restore their livelihood assets. This underscores the urgent need to invest in long-term resilient solutions. We can only address the issue of drought risk management if we look at the long-term solution to address the problem, and also adopt fresh approaches that will break from this vicious circle. I'm therefore glad to note that this conference seeks innovative solutions and sustainable pathways for building resilient pastoral systems. It is basically doing things differently.
Our chief guest, Honorable Governor Nathif Jama, esteemed government officials, distinguished guests, development partners, and all participants, all protocols observed. Habari ya asubuhi tena. Salam. My names are Emily Mkungo. I am a Kenyan and I work with the USAID based in Nairobi. I will read my speech. It is not digital. I wanted it to be digital, but I couldn't. I promise I did not cut any trees in Isiolo, and I planted a lot of trees during the Mazingira Day. It is both a privilege and a true honor to stand before you today at the National Pastoralist Conference. As a Kenyan and a representative of USAID Kenya, I am deeply proud to be here with you to discuss the vibrant, resilient communities that embody pastoralism in our arid and semi-arid areas. My mission director, Mr. David Gosney, would have wished to be here and send his apologies due to prior engagements that have kept him away. He wanted me to convey his wholehearted support and USAID's steadfast commitment to advancing resilience and economic prosperity in the ASAL counties. Today, we gather not just to address challenges that pastoralist communities face, but also to celebrate the strength, adaptability, and cultural richness that define our pastoralism. I hope you were able to see that when we were having the different diverse dances. So for generation, pastoralism has been much more than just a livelihood. It is a resilient and adaptive way of life that has sustained countless families in our nation. The findings, I would like to quote a finding from Pastoralism, Uncertainty and Development, which underscored that how pastoralists have managed uncertainty, adapting to Kenya's diverse landscapes with knowledge that has been refined over the centuries. Today we, however, recognize that these communities face mounting challenges.
وهجاك daawadayaal kuwaasi waxay kamid ahaayeen madaxdii ka soo qayb galay madasha kulanka countiyada xola daqatada waxayna dhamaantood sheegeen in loo baahan yahay dadaal dheeri ah. haddaba daawadayaal waxaan soo gaarnay guntii iyo gabagabadii barnaamijkeena. intaan ku kulmi doono barnaamijkan mid lamid ah waxaan idinkaga tegayaa salaamullaahi calaykum waraxmatullaahi wabarakaatuh.